Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Dragon Age Origins. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, because I'm checking something. Oh, why do I have studded leather armor? Why did I put that there? What's wrong with me? Take it. I'm taking Kaelin's breastplate and Kaelin's shield, because somebody told me, and thank you very much for that, that there's set bonuses. I had totally forgotten about that, the possibility of that anyway. So this Warden Commander armor is really good. It is really good for Alistair here. But he's wearing everything else from Kaelin, and he uses a shield as well. He does have the Warden Tower shield, which is really good as well. So he's like, I want to use the set. There we go. Something happened. He made a noise. Item set bonus. Matching equipment is providing an in-set bonus. So if I remove that... No, it's still there. What if I remove that? So maybe I don't need that. Oh, he's naked as well. Okay. Yeah. It's just... Dang it. No, that's the wrong, that's the wrong item. I need this one. That's how that is. And what is it? What would that be? How do I know that? Maybe I select him. Yeah, I know it's a bonus, but I don't know what it is. It's a good thing, though, right? It's a good thing. We're gonna come back here later, maybe. I don't know. But we're just gonna... Oh, no, that's not what I want. But we're just gonna leave these behind because we don't need them. How's my inventory? My inventory is good. I could also have sold some more stuff. Levy.
What can I do for you, Warden?
Hello. I like to see yours.
Certainly.
Of course. So, I want to sell you all that, and that's basically that. How do I... It's just... That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay, now we're leaving, because we're going to Denerim. Probably the place that we should have gone to first, more than anything. We also have a dragon in our path, but, you know, there's a bunch of other side quests going on and all that. That are scattered all over the place. I will take care of them eventually, maybe. Also, I saw that there's a yellow place down southwest. How did I miss that? Anyway, we have Herlock Alpha. I will be using you. Okay. That's good enough. Let's try it. Okay, so you are gonna be frozen. You are gonna rotate a little bit so I can attack you right there with my fist. And then you can just go back here and do a stabby thing right there. Very good. And then you're doing Winter's Grasp. Didn't actually grasp it very well. We can continue at it and then do more stuff. And then more stuff. Critical shot. Did you do a critical shot on me? That stone fist is pretty good. So we can continue with that. And is that it? There's a trap though. I didn't see the trap. He's healing. He's healing. Did you notice? I think he's healing. Okay, so was that the trap? Did I just step on it? I hope I didn't. And I think we're good. If I click on the right thing. Oh, they got shattered before I got the chance to, and we leveled up. Also, there's so many traps. Flimsy. What are they? Flimsy leg hold trap. Instead of calling them bear traps, which is what you'd see, I suppose, the name. I don't actually know if that is the correct term of the trap. I never looked into it. The bear trap. These are not very good traps, though. I know they're very commonly depicted just... Oh, demonic poison. The appearance and smell of this liquid are entirely unnatural, to say nothing of its effect. I suppose that's a good thing. Yeah, but if you look at it, hopefully there's another one. There are indeed. If you look at these traps, like, you would only trigger them if you stepped on the middle part. So stepping on the teeth wouldn't do anything. So it's a little bit weird. Maybe not very effective. But what do I know of trap making? I have no idea. Anyway, get that elf root and leave, maybe? I see you. What is that? Why do you have a... the return path, but we can't. That's what it is. Yeah. Good things. As encounters go, that wasn't half bad at all. I enjoyed the fact that I didn't die. So we need a little bit of dexterity, maybe. I need a specialization, most likely pretty soon. Let's wait until we have that specialization. So, the assassin... I don't have my notes with me either. I don't think I'm gonna be able to learn the assassin anytime soon. Because we don't travel with Zervan. That's the thing I was looking at that still has a yellow. But here we are, Denerim Market District. Now, it bears mentioning that we haven't been here ever as our character. I say ever, but I think we haven't. It would make sense that we wouldn't. Anyway, let's... I really want to level up, though. Ah, well, we'll wait. We'll wait. It's gonna be up there, blinking at me, taunting me. Hi. This is not the Alliant Age. No, this is... I mean, it looks pretty run down. But, you know, it's medieval times. It's run down by default.
Vastly relieved, Wynne.
Relieved? I do not understand what you mean.
Most your age would spend much of their time preoccupied wondering when they might perish. Yet you already know.
Eavesdropping is not considered very polite, dear.
A fortunate thing, then, that I do not consider myself bound by such rules.
In response to your question, I know only that I died once. I do not know how much time I have left, only that it is very little.
That is not so very different than before, surely. You are an old woman.
One who keenly appreciates that our time in this world should be spent doing what is important.
I have always lived by such a philosophy.
How reassuring.
Haven't we all? Isn't that the logic? Isn't that like the 6th grade question to the kids? What do you want to be when... Well, what is your hope for the future? And all the kids say, I want to be happy. Or something.
Good day.
I remember that question being philosophy. It wasn't in 6th grade, though. I had my first philosophy class, I think in 10th grade, maybe? And, I think it had to do with the nature of happiness itself.
To serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his children.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond.
I was getting to that part.
Oof. Magic serves man, but it's not made to rule over man. That's a very difficult argument to make, because it sounds pretty, it sounds nice, but it's not actually, like, it doesn't mean anything. Magic doesn't rule over men, even if it is used to rule over men. Like, we used stones to serve us, right? But they still rule over us in the sense that we can't move them very easily because they're heavy. Or that they just don't disappear when we say, go away! We need to make doors for that to happen. And even doors don't disappear, just sort of swing when we say go away, because we're magical. There's chickens having a chat, there's people, there's a very purple
They shall be named Maleficar,
dress.
accursed ones.
Oh, they're still talking about
They
it.
shall find no
Hi!
rest in this world
It's
or
the chanters!
And after much sweat, blood and toil, her labors ended, and the world marveled at what she wrought.
I marvel at your Oxford coma, if you don't mind me.
The deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises.
Because what came before is proof of what is to come. Did I say that already in this Let's Play? I'd say it facetiously, obviously. Let's see what we have. Back alley justice. That sounds like a lovely time. Eliminate the criminals preying on innocent folk in Denerim's back alleys. Shall do. What is this? Missing in action. Find Rexel. Actually, I probably should read where. A reward is available. Common threat. Yeah, I mean, we'll find them easily enough. This Rexel, though. Recently, our hearts were lifted when many survivors of the Battle of Ostagar returned to us. May her bless these men and women, and have mercy on those who fell. Indeed, indeed. This chanter was moved by family's grief and is offering a pouch of coin. Who finds this hero? For anybody who finds this hero, the chant says, and saving... Okay, I don't... One afternoon, he left his home and never returned. I don't know where that would be, but maybe. Fazil's request. Find Fazil's sextant. Yeah. Master Fazil described his assailants as masked, of foreign descent, It's the cent. I always thought it was a cent. Because, like, instead of D-E, it would be A. Because, yeah, perhaps the winter or free marshes. And unusually coordinated and crafty. Then we'll do that. Brothers and sisters, this is Logain's push. Brothers and sisters, word has arrived of an imminent conflict. Terran Logain's honored forces continue to root out threats to our nation, and their actions deserve support from the common people. While it is unusual to post troop movements to the public board, I believe it is necessary for brethren near the affected area to respect the honored Terran by aiding his troops. Provide whatever comfort you feel they deserve, and Ferelden will be the stronger for it. Treat these brave soldiers as you would treat Logain himself, and the spiritual reward will be generous, for I won't. So you'll need to wait for the afterlife, because I'm a cheapskate like that. Also, I killed your king, but don't write that bit at the end. They didn't write that bit.
In the name of Andraste, Bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Olma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kalen died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar? Maker guide them all.
Why is the cathedral closed?
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone, I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
You can't hold more than one funeral a day? That sounds complicated. What's wrong with your friend? I mean, what's wrong with your friend?
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Val Royeaux years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this.
The lyrium? Why? Wait. He takes lyrium? Oh, you guys are chantry. Wait. Does that make sense? Do they do that? I didn't know. Why doesn't he stop taking it?
He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
That's right.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
And you're not
He doesn't
faltering.
forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else.
He's doing a good job. I'll come back
May
later.
the light of the Maker guide your steps.
Yes. Quest updated for Logain's push. Really? Wait, no, that was from before. Codex updated is what happened. Often portrayed as stoic and grim. But then it is this sense of ruthless piety that most frightens mages when they draw the Templars' attention. So we got things in there about that. What do we have over here? Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons. Forbidden School. Oh, blood magic, obviously. And the Veil. Thank you for that.
In the name of Andraste.
I've had...
Did you need something else?
No, I'll just...
May the...
Just want to make sure you guys didn't talk again, because you know how this is. Sometimes there's dialogue when you talk to people again. And I'm not a big fan of that being the case, but still. Let's just get a save in here. Hi, Sister Justine.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon. Just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board?
How did you know?
Well-armed individuals that visit the rectory tend to be here for that. Chanter Rosamond is tireless and resolute in her duties. I'm sure you can find something of interest on her board.
Who are you?
I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste.
Did you... Oh, okay. I thought it was... She says pride again because, of course, she was feeling proud. Which apparently is not a good thing in their culture. But it's not necessarily that she didn't mean it that it was obvious for me to see, because what she said she didn't sound proud. She just... Anyway, what's a curator do?
The archivist tends the books and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds.
What's so hard about it?
A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone.
Yes.
Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts.
That's not uncommon. In fact, if you're basing yourself off of the things that you're basing yourself off as a chantry, that is perfectly acceptable. As long as you... There's a name for it, though. The authenticity is important, but the more important aspect of it is the... There's a name for the process of an artifact. They're calling it artifacts. They're relics, I think. The Christian term, anyway. The Catholic term, anyway. I don't know if it applies to other types of Christianism. But as long as it's... there's a specific term for what happens when something gets sort of accepted as a relic. And yes, there are many bones of... there's many accepted bones of Jesus. Enough to make a skeleton for sure, and more, and many bones of other saints, or I say saints. But yeah, there are bones of Jesus. And if you know the whole thing about Christianism and Jesus, you might know that there's something wrong with that. But they were canonized. They were, well, whatever. It's not canonized, but they were. The process was that, yes, and they are present in some churches. Well, one of them here in Portugal, or actually probably more than one. I know of only one, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's more. Anyway, how difficult is it to verify a relic?
When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive.
So I suppose. Balancing faith and reason is difficult, though. I mean... Sure. Sure. What does my character think faith is, or reason for that matter?
And often close to heretical.
I'd say.
But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste.
You just need to stop accepting the things. You can't just say, oh, this is a piece of the cross, or whatever, and just, they need to be whatever the verb is that the chantry would do. Anyway, I say cross, but it's not a cross, it's the sandal of the Andraste. Could you tell me about your job?
You've shown admirable patience listening to my diatribe before.
I haven't.
I will not bore you again.
I rant.
Suffice it to say, I look for and authenticate holy relics for the chantry.
I ramble a lot. Patience is... Well, I'm patient. You're dear viewer, you're a lot more patient than I am, because you're listening to me going on about things that hardly matter. How many real relics have you found?
Well, there's one that might be real. I couldn't prove it wasn't. Perhaps you can understand my skepticism. So many claims, so few truths.
That sounds like a very reasonable way of doing it. Proving something isn't a relic, and then the rest, I suppose. That's actually very reasonable, I suppose. Do you think the urn of sacred ashes that's definitely not the Holy Grail is real?
Certainly. My research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn broke.
Don't be concerned about the urn. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it does make sense that she would be concerned about the urn. Everybody talks about the urn rather than the ashes, even though it's the urn of the ashes. But her argument for it to be real was kind of funny, because she said, oh yeah, it's possible. They said they collected it into an urn, so, this checks out. I mean, if you were into a bucket, I wouldn't know that anymore. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye.
Of course. Enjoy your visit to the chantry.
I hope I will. I can't go in there, though, but that's just the cathedral. Is that just the cathedral?
There is but one world,
I
one
wouldn't know.
life,
There's
one death. There is
people
but one
talking
God,
about
and
things.
He is our Maker.
There's only one death. You haven't seen me getting resurrected, ma'am. You haven't seen that. Hi, Mages Collective Liaison. Oh yeah, there's missions in here. Blood of Warning. While they tend to be careful and judicious in their use of force, the Templars do indeed make mistakes. Yeah, just make excuse for them. I'll just accept that. What is this one? A Gift of Silence. This collective is only successful at the pleasure of the Templars. Procure 10 lyrium potions. I suppose I might have those. What's this one for? Mark the front door of each home with a goat's blood from the vials. I need to find vials. I will do those in time. The collective is... have you seen me? The collective is saddened at the absence of the great Mage Reynold. I will look into that. The Scrolls of Banastor. In times such as these, one must suspect even his neighbors of the darkest dealings, lest they cast a shadow upon those who arbor under the light. Jobasto have heard tell of a cabal. It was not number one. I've heard tell of a cabal of Maleficarium performing rituals. I shall do the things that you ask. Hello.
A little something extra. For friendship.
He's just giving me rewards. 2 gold.
Good to see you again.
Indeed. Does your mouth move? Because that was weird. That's the first time I see that, actually. I've seen them not move when they should. But that's just, voice syncing. I'm not really sure why that happens or how it works. I've never actually worked with any voice detecting algorithms, although they're freely available and pretty easy to use. And I probably would have fun messing around with it, especially because I have a microphone that can pick up my voice, and I would be talking at anything, really, as long as it's just basically showing an output, whatever. If it's an animation, it's an animation. If it's letters, it's letters. Hey, a hooded courier.
My client appreciates your generosity.
Thank you. Who's your client? Well, I did it. I'm very glad of the generosity I showed.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
Is the Market District really that bad?
The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Al Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot, and Al Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot.
How are they worse? Although I can definitely imagine.
With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it.
Oh, look at that. They also are also against dicing, which I assume has to do with gambling rather than just the dices themselves. How inspired by the same thing, as I was saying, the thing about the pride being a bad thing as well. Yeah, gambling is it's in connection to Christianism is actually a lot. There's a lot of and not just Christianism, but specifically regarding in connection to Christianism. And I'm saying that because the Chantry is so obviously modeled after it. There's a very long tradition of not liking gambling, or just for it being taken as a bad thing. But that's not present in nearly any other culture throughout the world. So it's just even more blatant. Although, of course, people... BioWare, they're American, I think? So, it's just how it is. But, yeah. Do you need any help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
I suppose that would be bad, I suppose? What do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Huh. I don't know if I'm gonna leave them breathing. Sign me up, Sergeant.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
Oh, yes, I will have happy hunting. We'll see what happens. Hey, you were doing weird poses.
Your father found me a better job than this.
His voice is muffled. I wonder why. Oh, I wish father would find me a better job. Where's the whorehouse? Where is the dicing, I say? I bet they don't like whores either, because, oh, it's just so it's not original. But it doesn't upset me, at least. I'm just more noting it than getting upset. I did get upset at the beginning, because I sort of was expecting, I didn't get very upset, but I was expecting, like, let's go into Wade's Emporium. I was expecting the Chantry to be all just, you know, grand and different and fantastical, but it's sort of an analogy.
Barbed tongue, Morrigan. Why do you treat others in this way?
I owe you no explanation. There is no writing on my forehead that says, please, guide me.
You are traveling with these people. It behooves you to be civil.
You were too transparent, old woman. Do not bring up our companions when all you wish is for me to be civil to you. I am not one of your circle apprentices, to hang on your every word. I am not Alistair, who sees in you a surrogate mother.
No, it is obvious you are nothing like Alistair.
Take your lectures elsewhere. They mean nothing to me.
That was a very good argument there from Morrigan. Very well written. Also, Morrigan, you didn't tell me anything about a barbed tongue. Is this true? Can we do the kissing again? Let's do it off camera. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Dragon Age Origins. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.